Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we're having part 15 of the Scipii Total War campaign in Rome Total War Remastered. And I think this well might be the last episode of this campaign. Unfortunately it seems the Brutii are making a comeback towards Segesta. I actually really would like to win the campaign by taking the Brutii out, but let's see if that's possible. So I guess we have 3 or 4 settlements to take in order to beat the campaign. And at the moment I think we are besieging at least 2 settlements, so we have to take 1 or 2 more. And of course, make sure that we are not losing any of these we are currently holding. Fortunately, for this battle, the city square here is rather large. And that should make the battle at least somewhat easier for us. And I would really like to keep these alive, because retraining them will be quite beneficial for us. So I think we are ready. And the Egyptians are still going to try to smash the walls. So I guess in their opinion they haven't enough holes just yet. But of course that makes it a bit easier as the enemies come bit by bit. So first it seems there is some chariots and desert cavalry coming in. And now it seems the infantry is following suit. So at least I think those chariots will go down rather soon, and the desert cavalry will break as well. Okay, actually the cavalry broke before the chariots. That's interesting. Of course they will be coming back, there are so many of them still alive. And now they are backed by slingers. And then there is the general, and it seems the whole Egyptian army is coming this way. And I doubt these guys will be coming back anymore. Oh, that shot went quite far. And then we have some Nubian spearmen here. Some skirmishers, perhaps. Are they slingers or archers? So that they are able to fire. And some Nile spearmen there as well. Fortunately, the cavalry is rushing to the front, because when it breaks, I think the rest of the army will soon follow. So it's time to bring up the cavalry and start dealing some damage. So perhaps... Okay, finally they broke as well. Good, and then we should try to take care of these. Perhaps a cavalry charge to the back will be enough. Unfortunately, it seems we don't have too much cavalry left anymore. Okay, so a victory. Perhaps not the cleanest victory, but victory nonetheless. Oh, I think Antioch will be besieged rather soon.
Dear friend,
No,
until next time.
we would like to declare war, but it seems not possible to do that. A new family member, of course, in Capua, and Corinth is growing. So, I think this fleet, the troops can disembark there, and Kyrene is so weakly defended that I think we can take it without too many troubles. Let's send these guys somewhere where they can be of use. And here Segestica will be besieged, clearly, but we don't want to take these depleted units, at least among the main besieging army. As we have those reinforcements there. Perhaps some mercenaries will be beneficial, and I think we will take the most experienced of these troops, and then some reinforcements there. So Segestica should fall rather soon. Porolissum is having some troubles with public order. I think some extra troops will remedy that. Campus Gitai is besieged. And let's keep that army there just in case. And we can train some more troops there. Then Sidon should fall. And we can have some mercenaries as well. So, basically, I guess 2 chariot units. Yeah. And they will be faced by mostly Eastern mercenaries. So let's see what happens. I think I need to try to present towards the enemies a front that contains many units, so that if they suffer casualties, they will be rather evenly spread. And of course we do have quite a bit of cavalry, but they might actually be quite bad against those chariots. So we have several avenues from which to attack, but I think this here is the most beneficial one, because we can have wide enough front here, and we can have the missile units there to support.
Our soldiers have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
And let's make sure that we are not shooting too early.
The enemy walls are down. Make sure their soldiers are buried beneath the ruins.
So let's form up here first.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
And let's keep an eye on the enemy units, because these guys at least need to catch their breath. Okay. We might have some, at least potential troubles coming our way. But these guys most definitely need to rest. At least if they are like Eastern infantry, they have poor morale, and being winded in the middle of the battle is going to make things worse. Okay, so to the next phase. I think we will form a solid front there, supported by the missile units, and so much for our solid front. Okay, now then the general needs to be there, and of course as much of the other units as possible. And I would really appreciate if those Eastern mercenaries do hurry. And I think our missile weapons can fire at will. And I don't want any of you start chasing. And actually those enemy chariots are doing quite heavy damage with their arrows here. And I don't want you to focus on the other chariot unit, because we don't want to fight both of them at the same time. But, well, let's see if that will be the case. Apparently not. Those 5 hit points are quite tough, but they are starting to take casualties. Then on the other hand, so are we. Steady, steady, eager. They are shaken, we are still steady. I think we should be able to win this fight. Nice.
Let us hope he does not poison the carrion birds.
And that's it. Good. And I think this should be rather decent city, even though they were only wooden palisade. At least based on the loot, it is rather decent. And it seems we could even recruit Arcani there. So decent city indeed. Let's improve the walls there. And in Antioch we are training troops. I think we want to retrain these guys here and get some better troops in addition. Unfortunately, we are in rather short supply of reinforcements at the moment there. And I think we had another city into which we should be able to attack. And we can have some mercenaries as well. So that should make this battle quite easy. And because this army will fight to the death, I think I need to command it, because losing the whole army would be a significant setback. Especially in the Spanish front, but overall in the campaign as well. It would slow things down. And I have had my share of those defeats that should have been victories in auto-resolve. To be honest, I don't think that in this very hard difficulty, one barbarian mercenary warband will be able to beat one Iberian infantry. So we have to be somewhat careful and make sure that we have the numerical superiority when we are fighting. And of course it would be nice to have a front from many units when the battle is about to begin. Okay, so we are in. And let's give the troops a bit of a chance to rest. And of course the archers can fire at those skirmishers when they are close enough. And I think we can advance to the next area here. And actually I think archers would be quite nice here. So let's try to entice that cavalry unit to attack.
The enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
And let's keep the general in the back, because otherwise he will most likely die.
Great gods be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
And actually I think that barbarian mercenary unit will break. Hopefully these others will hold steady. And as you can see, those Iberian, or that Iberian infantry, inflicted quite heavy casualties on those mercenaries. But victory is a victory, and losing those barbarian mercenaries is no big deal. And that's actually rather large navies from Gauls. Just wondering what they are doing with those, but they have them. And perhaps we should try to get some troops to the outskirts of Cordoba. Oh, there is a Spanish army. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. And I think the Spain is almost vanquished. They have one town there. So after we have replenished those troops, I think we can head there. And Conrad Redonum is rather weakly defended, so let's send that army there, and I think we can retrain this one. And train some new troops besides. And do we still have something we could do? I guess not. So. And are we besieging? No, we are not. And we have 49 settlements. So basically, next turn if we capture Segestica or Campus Kitai, we have one.
Have mercy.
No, we won't be having mercy. Okay. Unfortunately, they pulled back this way. And let's see what that large army does. Apparently nothing. And it seems the Egyptians are pulling back. At least from Ankara. Okay, a new general, and in Sidon. That's nice. That's actually really nice. So basically, we could send these guys to besiege Damascus. And we can even have some mercenaries there, so we should be in rather good position to take it next turn. And we have a merchant here. I guess this is rather pointless, but it's nice to manage the empire, nonetheless. So, the Brutii decided to pull back their rather large army, so we will kind of have the final battle in Segestica. And I think Condate Redonum will fall to this army. And in Spain... Okay, I don't think we want to attack that army, at least just yet. Okay. And I think Cordoba would fall rather soon as well. but let's get to the final battle then. So we are facing faction leader, actually quite young, 3 units of Hastati and 1 unit of Velites. So basically, I think in this last battle, we are kind of the evil empire trying to wipe out the last remnants of the brave rebels, but what can you do when you have the full might of the large empire behind you against only handful of the Brutii?
Gods be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy! Illyrian skirmishers! Helpers! Hoplites! They're starting!
And I have to say that this clearly is one of my better armies in this game. But interestingly enough, this Total War challenge proved out to be a Primarian unit challenge as well.
With the battering ram! Our soldiers
So no legionaries for us, it seems.
Our soldiers have done their work well! The battering ram has broken through the gate! Show no mercy! The enemy walls are down! Make sure their soldiers are buried beneath the ruins!
So let's see how our Hastatis will fare against the enemy Hastatis. Apparently we are being flanked.
Our soldiers have captured the walls! Now is the time to press on and capture this place!
So let's bring in some support here. At least those are wavering, those are shaken, and I think we should be doing rather okay. And this unit will break first. And we want to have the phalanx there to face the enemy general. And it's time to bring in the rest of the troops. And that was the majority of the enemy strength. So, let's bring one detachment there, and then the rest of the units here. So this will be the point of entry, so to speak, to the city center. And I guess we will be facing the enemy general before we can form up. So basically, I guess all units can just go to engage. And in here, I think we will do the same against the Velites. Fortunately, it's only part of the bodyguard fighting there. But I think we should try to get some units here. Because that unit will fall. And break. Or rather break and fall. Or something like that. And against Velites, actually they are, it seems, beating one of the Hastatis. Good. And actually they are breaking quite a lot of our troops here. That's interesting. And probably our general will die against these two remaining bodyguards, but we will charge nonetheless. So, and actually one of the Hastatis there broke, but we have a victory nonetheless. Well, he didn't die against two bodyguards, but there were some 50 Velites as well. But nonetheless. But we have a victory. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal, and I think the next campaign will be the Kingdom of Jerusalem campaign in Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. I need to check if it still has most of the votes, but I think that will be the next one. Feel free to post comments, ask questions, give advice and so on, especially in the next campaign. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.